I used to golf a lot.
Did they ask you about bowling? Like they said you were a good bowler too.
Yeah, I just got good at that in high school though. Me and my friends used to go all the time, and like I just like last time we all went as a team, like in the summer, I bowled a 246. So.
Is there any sports you ever picked up and you said, I don't like this or I'm not any good at it?
No, because like mostly everything I do, I just try and be the best at it. So, and like I'll get hooked to it and just keep doing it, and then I'll get better at it. So.
How'd you get into golf?
My dad used to golf, like, and he just took me out there, and I started liking it. And that's when he started teaching me, and then when I got middle school, I joined a little junior golf thing, and we started going to tournaments, and that's how I got started.
Handicap.
I don't know. I don't think I ever really had like a set handicap. I just always used to go and like shoot pretty low.
Short game or?
I used to I hit it further than all the other little kids, so I'd get to the green a lot faster than they would. So I guess that helped me out a lot.
What do you see from Mississippi State's defense, Mark?
They play hard. They get to the ball. And they play good as a unit, so we're just gonna have to get ready to buckle up and go play a tough game.
I know you don't really get into the individual part of it, but I was just wondering, when you're playing somebody like Mississippi State who has the second leading rusher in the conference, Anthony Dixon, I mean, do you ever kind of think about what kind of game you want to have,
No, I don't really worry about that stuff too much. Defense will take care of that, and that's their responsibility. But he's a good runner, and he's had a great career, and I'm sure he's going to give our defense a headache. But I'm sure they'll be working to get ready for him.
Mark, how does the team get better in the red zone?
Executing. That's about it. I mean, you can get as many reps as you want to in practice and all that, but it comes down to execution in the game.
Is there kind of a comfort level that has to kind of go with that?
Yeah, everybody has to be comfortable with their assignments, know what they're doing, and not have any doubt with what their assignment is. And it just comes down to execution. It's really nothing else than that, just execution.
Is there much talk about it this week? Is there much talk about the red zone play this week?
No, everybody knows that we have to improve down there and keep trying to get in the end zone more. Everybody knows that, but we're not. It hasn't been brought up too much emphasis on it, but everybody knows that we do need to improve on that.
In general, how much harder is it in the red area just because the field's shorter and you can't stretch the defense vertically from the red zone?
It's just it's less field for them to cover, so there's more defenders in certain areas. But like I said, it's just coming down to the execution of the play. If it's a pass play, the receivers and the quarterback had the right timing. The receivers got to have the right depth on the route. We got to pick up if they bring in any pressure, we got to pick it all up. If it's a run play, we just got to get a hat on the hat and leave a player for the running back to miss. And it just comes down to execution. That's pretty much the bottom line of our problems down there in the red zone. We've had some misfortunes. Like last week, we had 12 men on the field, so that pushes us back. Managed to have a field goal. So it's just things like that, little small things.
How frustrating is that? I mean, you just go, oh no, here comes something else when there's 12. When you get something like that.
Yeah, of course it's frustrating. We're third and like on the half-yard, 1.5 yard line. We're about to go in there, get a touchdown that we needed, put us ahead in the game. And it's frustrating, but you just got to move on and try and learn from that kind of stuff.
Did you see Coach Saban's reaction?
I saw it on TV. I saw it on TV like that night. I didn't know that happened, but I saw it. It's pretty bad.
What'd you think?
Huh?
What'd you think of that?
It's the heat of the moment. I'm not surprised that he did it, but.
I'm glad you're not a headset.
Did Julio have anything to say about it?
Nah, Coach is going to get upset with you. You just got to kind of let it go over your head. He came back and made a big play, so he made up for it.
There's a lot of talk with Greg and being under the spotlight, being the quarterback as a running back at Alabama. What's that like with the attention you get?
Everybody knows who you are around, and everybody shows you love. But I really don't pay too much attention to that. I mean, I know it comes with being a player here, any player here. You're gonna get a lot of attention because the fans are just so supportive. And but I don't really pay too much attention to it. I don't let it get to my head or anything. I just try and focus on getting better every day and keep moving forward, not looking back.
Have you had any weird celebrity moments?
I was walking to class one day on Monday. I was walking to class on Monday, and the kid just did the Heisman pose in the middle of the street to me. That was kind of funny. That was the most awkward thing I've seen around. So.
Were you aware that the trophy was in town on Saturday?
No, I had no idea. Had no idea.
Speaking of awards, the Doak Walker list for semifinalists is going to come out later this week. Just if your name's on it and we assume it is, what does that mean, Ian?
Like, it's an honor. I'm sure every running back, ever since they were younger, has had a goal of, being the best running back in the country or, winning the Heisman Trophy. I'm sure if any person tell you that hasn't been a goal of them, that they'd be lying. But, it'd just be an honor to be considered as one of the top backs in the country.
Mark, Michael Williams is getting more playing time at tight end lately. Just talk about his blocking skills on the edge for you.
Mike is going to be a real good player, and he just, he's made a lot of improvements in the offseason, and he's doing a great job for us. Pete got hurt and caught a few balls, and he's a big body. He uses his size to advantage, pushes a smaller defensive ends off the ball, and creates little seams for us to run through, and he's just doing a great job both in the run game and in the pass game.
I want to go back to the Mississippi State game that, if you remember last year, before Javi runs back a punt back to about the 2 and before he runs one back, y'all are trailing in that game. What do you remember about them? They always play y'all tough, and just wonder what you remembered about that game.
I know they played us tough every time, like the past 3 years. They beat us 2 of the past 3 years. So, it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a battle. And we're going to have to go out there and execute. And last year, I just remember being a tough physical game, and I remember being really cold. But we're just gonna approach this game like we do every other, just try and get better every day as practice and keep moving forward.